I am resident of Colorwood for YouTube. Joel Saints. That is my buddy Patrick McCray. That is my buddy Alan Gallant. We're here to review Dragnet, the movie. Now, yes, we are reviewing the movie, but I want to talk about the radio show for a moment. So the radio program lasted from 1949 to 1957. There were actual cases that were used. The Sullivan kidnapping, Wolf Radio from 1949, the 1927 kidnapping and murder of Marion Parker. The Big Thank You, Radio 1950, Louise Pete's post-prison years, and third murder, which led to her becoming the second of only four women to be executed in the California gas chamber. I did not know that. So, and there was a 1969 TV movie, The Killing Spree of serial killer Harvey Glattman. In the late 1950s, Pierce Brooks, an LAPD captain who was involved in Glattman's arrest and interrogation, served as a technical advisor for the film. So, which this was all created by Jack Webb, the track.
Now, Jack Webb, every year on the radio show and then on the TV show, one of the crimes that was committed beyond crimes against fashion was conducted by Jack Webb. He had performed one of the crimes, but he would never reveal which one because they were all unsolved, and it was up to the police to try and guess which one it was. And he always challenged. He said he would pay for his crimes if they caught him. He never did.
Oh, wow.
Master criminal Jack Webb.
Yeah.
The mastermind.
And after the show went off the air, he had to keep, when the show was on the air, he just had to keep committing these crimes, to, even after it was a success, to give the police something to do.
One of the reasons he got away with it is because he'd had his emotions surgically removed early on in his career.
Yeah. It was the first successful surgery of that.
Never broke a sweat when he was questioned.
And his surgeon was named Frank Gannon.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a little tribute.
That's right. That's the insane brother of Bill Gannon.
Mm-hmm.
And the original inspiration for Dr. Butcher, MD.
I had no idea. That's crazy.
Neither did we.
There you go. This movie was the movie now 1987, which stars Dan Aykroyd, Tom Hanks. This movie is directed by Tom Mankiewicz. Screenplays by Dan Aykroyd, Alan Zweibel, Tom Mankiewicz. Based on Dragnet by Jack Webb. Produced by Bernie Brulston, David Permit, and Robert K. Weiss. Cinematographer is Matthew F. Leonetti. Music is by Ira Newborn. Distributed by Universal Pictures. Release date June 26, 1987. Budget $20 million. Box office $66.7 million is the box office, guys. When did you first watch not just this movie, but Dragnet itself, Alan?
It was definitely a VHS thing. Local Dave's, the video store up in Bangor. I likely carried it within, 6 months or whatever, however long it was before they, probably less than that, actually. First runs were, not necessarily too terribly long, so maybe a couple of months. So it would have been, in 87 or early 88, probably. When
the TV series.
What's that?
The movie. The TV show of the movie, yeah.
Yeah. The TV series used to be on in reruns all the damn time when I was growing up. So, and I remember seeing the 66, 67 series when I was a kid and remarking about how little emotion was being actually displayed by these guys. It's pretty, it was all just the facts, man. Literally. It was that kind of thing. It was fun to watch, though, because you try to figure out who done it or whatever, whatever was going on. Also, Los Angeles seemed to be some weird, faraway land that I wanted to know more about. So,
Patrick, when did you first watch the movie and hear of Dragnet itself?
Well, I heard of Dragnet itself because I used to follow the capture and release of transvestites.
Right.
And what would happen is they would be captured, sterilized, and then released into the wild by the Humane Society.
It was a feral program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the initial seasons of the show were about that, Dragnet. And later, of course, they ran out of transvestites, and so they expanded the subject matter, although Jack Webb continued in his undying love of them. He never, though, became a father, strangely enough. So, but other than that, Nick at Night was showing Dragnet a lot in its very first seasons back when it was good. And
before everything got taken over by Gak Splat and Slime.
Whatever. That was in the daytime, though. I don't know. Is Nick at Night still around? Is it still a thing?
I have no idea. I haven't had any contact with Nick at Night for years.
That wave of 80s nostalgia. I was getting stuff from the 50s and 60s. Wow, was it good? I mean, it was really, really, really the stuff.
Yeah.
And so they had a proper sense of irony about it. They knew just how to pitch it, which, strangely enough, I think is the way that Wallace sort of pitched Dark Shadows. He had a very Nick at Night approach to it, and it worked.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously the Blue Boy, which is their last episode.
Yes.
What addicted me.
Yeah.
I had heard of Jack Webb prior to that because of Project UFO, which was his show about two guys investigating UFOs the way that,
like Project Blue Book.
Joe
basically.
and Frank.
Yeah,
about Project Blue Book. And I love that show. And it was a Jack Webb production, so you don't forget a name like that. And so that's where I saw it. Now, the movie, which I'm very fond of, I have a lot to say about it. The movie, I saw obviously in 87, which I think is alongside 1982 and 1984 and 1981, is probably one of Hollywood's best summer years.
Not a bad year. That's also the year that The Untouchables was 87. Yeah.
And I mean, the year before, 86 was no slouch. Because that was The Fly, Big Trouble in China.
Yep.
Good year of 20th Century Fox. 87, you had Inner Space. You had Living Daylights. You had The Lost Boys. You had Dragnet. It was hard to go to a movie and see a bad one unless you went to see Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. It's not a very bad movie.
Yes.
But most of the bad movies, like Masters of the Universe, were still good. So, Dragnet really hit so many different check marks in my list for what makes a good movie that it deserves special examination, not the least of which is the performance that we take for granted, kind of, because he's goofing around, of Dan Aykroyd. Aykroyd was a man who devoured technical manuals in his spare time. I mean, the guy's a genius. One of the only things that makes me give credence to the existence of the supernatural.
Yes, and he also, all you got to do is you strike up a conversation about UFOs and all of that sort of stuff with him, because his family was into it. I mean, he grew up with it.
Ghost people.
Yeah.
So, if Aykroyd believes it, apparently there's probably a goddamn good reason. But he devours technical manuals, and one of his great skills is just ripping off long lists of true or fake, but usually true, technical specifications about things.
Right. Which he does with all of the laws and subheadings and all of that sort of thing throughout this movie.
Freebix,
rapid fire fashion as well.
Yeah, Pep's Freebix clothing, and is just brilliant. He's very good at creating a character, climbing inside, and forgetting the rest of the world.
Yeah.
If you're looking at him to be Bill Murray, well, no,
that's not gonna happen. No.
But if you look at someone who is allowed to create a part, change the script, do his own thing, he's going to be amazing. I think one of the great tragedies is that we never got to see Dan Aykroyd perform Gilbert and Sullivan especially one of their patter songs,
Yes.
like Modern Major Genital.
Yes.
I think something like that would have been just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But Dragnet is so consistent and has, for all of its sternness, such a brilliant twinkle in its eye.
Oh yeah, I mean they throw this guy who is like, I mean, let's face it, Joe Friday is on the spectrum, and they throw him into these situations that are absolutely totally absurd, but he maintains his composure throughout the whole thing, which is absurd.
There's a scene in this movie that I think is not only inspiration for I think is one of the best moments in the movie, but it probably mirrors Aykroyd pitching the film.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no dialogue to it, I think. You just see it from the outside of Gannon's office. And it's Strebick and Friday imitating the goatskin dance.
Oh yeah.
The goatskin pants dance that Webb goes into. And Webb is just, or Joe Friday is just as straight when he does that.
Yeah, they actually do it right in front of Gannon. He's like sitting at his desk. Yeah.
And I imagine that's Aykroyd pitching the film.
Yes.
It's a wonderful moment that you create an entire movie around justifying and then resolving
that
Joe Friday doing a dance in goatskin satanic trousers.
Yes.
I love that.
With his punk hairdo still.
Yes. Totally serious about it.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I think that's, you have a guy who's completely serious. That's what farce is anyway. You have a guy that works, he's completely serious, and you have people throwing things at him. Here's a piece of bologna. Here's a flaming disc. Here's, whatever. And he's dealing with it as, but it's hilarious.
It's Basil Fawlty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I first heard Dragnet on the radio, actually. If you listen back when I was a kid, there still is a station in Uniontown, PA called WMBS, which is the music of your life. It plays old 40s and 50s and 60s radio. And that's where I first also heard The Shadow. They would play Detective Hour, which was Dragnet, The Shadow, and all that stuff. They would also play old soap opera radio. So they would play Dragnet on there. But I watched the movie about 3 years after it came up, this movie here. Really, really funny. Dan Aykroyd, probably the most underrated actor ever. The dude is always on. And I love him and Tom Hanks' chemistry, them wrestling the fakes.
I'm sorry, Joel, when you're finished, I got something to throw in.
But they do such a great job. It was nice to see Harry Morgan reprise his role as the Cap here in the movie, which was originally he was Friday's old partner.
Yep, in the second run of Dragnet, in the '60s run. Yep.
Yeah. Real quick, the script for Dragnet was written by Dan Aykroyd and Alan Sorbo, who had worked together during Dan Aykroyd's tenure on Saturday Night Live. Aykroyd had, in fact, started as Joe Friday in a Saturday Night Live parody of Dragnet in 1976. Tom Hanks, best known for his work on Superman and the James Bond series, had a deal at Universal and was brought into work on the film script, and then Ted Kutchoff was originally attached to direct, but did not like the drafts the three writers had come up with. So Frank Pierce at Universal suggested Mankiewicz himself direct. Albert Brooks was offered the role of Pep Strickbeck, but he turned it down. Aykroyd originally wanted Jim Belushi to play Strickbeck, but Belushi was unavailable, and Tom Hanks was cast instead.
A real blessing, I think.
Yes, I think so too. Although Belushi probably would have been okay. It would have been a different movie.
This actually works out really good because to me, Belushi doing K9, the movie with the K9 dog, great movie. So that works out fine.
And Hanks got Beethoven out of this too, because this sort of put him in that genre So
Hanks wasn't in Beethoven.
oh no, you're right. He
No.
wasn't. Never mind.
Charles Grodin.
That's right. It was Charles Grodin.
The thing about Hanks in this that I
Wasn't Hanks in a dog movie? Though?
Turner and Hooch.
That's it. Turner and Hooch. That's what I'm thinking of.
The thing Hanks brings that Jim Belushi would not is talent, but also
he would throw shit at you for that saying that. You know that, don't you?
he's the John Murray of the family.
He is.
Not
even the Brian Doyle.
Yeah, no, Brian Doyle is.
Brian Doyle is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, John, who we saw in the movie Moving Violations.
Yes.
Anything else?
Yeah.
The thing that Tom Hanks brings is that from the very beginning, as much as he resists Joe Friday, you also see that he respects him, willing to give it a shot. Any moment Joe wants to do something, Pep makes himself subservient in the right way. He is a proper student. Yeah. And I think that's just great.
Plus, he's on his side. He's literally on his side because he's like trying to get him laid at one point, and because he won't do it.
Adversarial anything. He thinks Joe is precious. I think he really does. I think this is like a vacation for Pep.
He needles him, but he's not against him.
No. So I love that relationship. I think it's a very unique comic relationship. I haven't seen very often, and the chemistry of it is so delicate, and it works. I can say this about Dan Aykroyd. It takes my definition of a bad movie. Two things. A, you have to not want to see it again.
Right.
B, everyone involved with the film should know better.
Where is that?
It's why I hate Mulholland Drive.
Okay.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Because everyone involved in the film should have known better. And yet people love it, but whatever. So Dan Aykroyd, brilliant man. In the words of my lawyer, it takes a brilliant person to do something truly stupid. Also made one of the 2 or 3 worst films I've ever seen. Every frame is abhorrent, very difficult to sit through, and that's Nothing But Trouble, aka Vulcanvania.
Yes.
What an atrocious movie. And I'm very easy on movies, and this thing is just an obnoxious, disgusting piece of shit. Wow. Is it awful?
Yeah. And
Dan made every frame lovingly.
And then there's another one that he made that was absolutely
It's not My Stepmother is an Alien, is it?
No. It was just cringeworthy as hell. Nothing But Trouble, obviously. Yes.
You're gonna say Driving Miss Daisy.
No.
He didn't make that.
No. He wrote Ghostbusters too.
No, which is fine. That's fine. That's not cringy at all. I'm looking at his filmography here to see if I can find it. It would have been in the 90s.
We love Dr. Detroit.
Yes, and Sneakers is wonderful.
Well,
My Girl's good.
My Girl, the first one, is very good. Exit to Eden is the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Cringy as fuck.
Yeah.
And that woman I told you about that I know from when she was a teenager up in Bangor was in that movie.
They didn't pay her enough.
They didn't pay her enough, but they paid her enough to drink herself to death, unfortunately.
Could be that.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart of a person. I don't know how she got into drinking, but she did at some point as an adult. But she will remain nameless since I've gone into that whole thing.
Let me pull it out then.
Yeah.
I saw Exit to Eden in the theaters.
I did too. It was one of the ones I managed to make, and I was like, why was it this one?
I was very satisfied by the film. I'll tell you why. At the time, before she became one of the epitomes of evil, Rosie O'Donnell,
yes,
was somebody I liked a lot.
Well, I like Rosie too, and still do, actually.
And it featured Rosie O'Donnell in a rubber corset.
Yeah, which is that I didn't like so much, but yeah.
No, I like a big gal.
Yeah.
And so I was thrilled I got exactly my dollar's worth. I went to go see Rosie O'Donnell in a rubber corset, and a Rosie O'Donnell in a rubber corset I received.
Yes, you did.
Thrilled
And
with
you
it.
also got to see Dan Aykroyd. Yes, Dan Aykroyd in a rubber corset was just.
I was okay with that too.
And a riding crop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because he tried to reach back to his earlier days with the mustache.
Well,
it didn't help.
Did not. Yeah, that's right. He wore a mustache on SNL for at least 1 year. I can't remember if it was the year he was doing a lot of the Norman, the Mainway character, the guy that with a bag of glass toy and all this terrible stuff. And Jane Curtin would sit there and interview him about it.
I need a woman sturdy enough that in a hurricane I could lash myself to, and I could go from standing like this to standing like this, like Gilligan holding onto a tree,
right,
hurricane, and be all right. As she would sit there unfazed.
Yeah, I get that.
Someone that Hercules would have to lift off the ground to defeat.
Yes,
like that's my dream girl.
Okay, well,
I'm just saying.
Just saying. I appreciate a variety. It's just that at that point in time, I wasn't ready for Rosie O'Donnell in that situation. I like her a lot, but I particularly love her in, what the hell's the name of the movie where they're all baseball players?
Oh, yeah.
League of Their Own.
Yeah, League of Their Own. That's a fantastic movie. And that Tom Hanks again. So,
You want a female partner with a calf bigger around than I am.
Well,
I'm exaggerating.
That'll do it. Bigger around in your thigh, maybe. That would, yeah.
Find the Vertigan rejects. Send them to me.
What's some of you guys' favorite scenes from this movie?
All of them. Again, built into a movie where everything works together brilliantly. I love all of it.
Yeah,
probably the snake fight. I mean,
the whole pagan orgy party thing. All of that.
The revelation of people against goodness and normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an acronym only Dan Aykroyd could have come up with.
Mm-hmm.
My God, Christopher Plummer.
Yes, Christopher Plummer. You mentioned before, we spoke of this before, that his voice is a real revelation. What he does with his voice,
bizarre purr, that pervert purr, that he has, wow.
Especially when he goes higher notes at the end. Sometimes it's like, and Dabney Coleman is also his equal in terms of weirdness. I think when they're in scenes together. So.
I love how Tom Hanks is in regular clothes and then he has to get in this detective uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, the Aykroyd's driving. He goes, we can go faster. We can. This car goes quicker.
And Joe is so certain in his wrongness.
Yes.
Often wrong, seldom in doubt.
Absolutely. Aykroyd and Hank's chemistry is just through the roof on us. It's so great. Christopher Plummer plays a really good heel, and he's played him before, so why not? But I really do love Alexandra Paul in this. She does a great job.
She was huge back in the in the late '80s into the '90s. She was pretty big. He had a twin sister that often got mistaken for her, but her twin sister was a firefighter. So she'd be walking around in her fire gear and they would go, "Oh, it's Alexandra." "No, that's my sister." "Nah, you're just lying." This kind of thing. She went through that for like about 10 years, but they're, identical twins basically. But Alexandra was in a lot of stuff in the late 80s into the 90s.
The only thing sexier, I think, was Richard Paul, who played Jerry Falwell in The People versus Larry Flint.
Yes, he was insanely sexy.
On Carter Country,
sitting there with his Bible on his desk there, opened up, and he would do this whole thing.
Pure heat.
Yeah, sure.
Look it up.
It's hot as cooking oil.
Do you guys know what her
in a meth pipe on payday?
Yes.
Do you guys know what her first major role was?
What? Who?
What Alexandra Paul's first major role was?
Well, I know she ended up on Baywatch for a while.
Well, her first major Landy role was in John Carpenter's Christine.
Oh.
Well, what was she, the girlfriend? That was Mary Catherine Crosby or Bing.
Well, it was her first major role.
Mary Catherine Stewart.
This followed up by
He's talking about Mary
roles
Stuart Masterson.
In Just the Way You Are and American Flyers in 1985. So
she was very athletic, so she got a lot of those kind of parts.
Yes.
Major Earl Grey. Earl Scheib.
Rainbow Earl Scheib.
Oh my God!
That was only for a month in July.
$29.95, and you get a coat of paint that won't peel for at least 2 weeks.
That's right. Oh my God!
Rainbow Earl Scheib invented Pride Week.
Okay, if Dragnet were to be made into a series today or movie, who would you have play?
They've done it.
They did?
They did it a few years ago. They made a new Dragnet.
I can't remember who was in it.
Who cares? No, it's
like the reboot of the Munsters, right? Who cares? John Schuck, that's the only one I remember. So.
God bless him. That guy can do anything.
Yeah.
Talk about drag. He is in a movie absolutely breathtaking.
Yes, he probably terrorizing the cafeteria at whatever old folks' home he's in now. So. Can I have your pudding?
Frances McDormand inherited his lower lip.
Mm.
Guys, I want you to know.
Thank God she didn't inherit his chest.
You guys, I gave a top 10 80s movies that defined who I am. And number 10 was The Stuntman. At number 5 was My Favorite Year.
Oh, wow. Good choice.
You go.
Yep.
Number 1 was A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, of course.
Creator is on that list.
Right.
Yeah. Really good list. So I also had Pale Rider at 4. So a bunch of movies on it.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, I give this movie 11. What do you guys give it?
I give it a 10 anyway. Yeah. So I could conceivably give it an 11. Absolutely.
It's funny. It's a lot of fun. Entertaining.
Yeah. And it's derivative without being trite. You know, they put energy in it and good humor.
If I were to cast a Joe Friday today, even though I think he's in his 60s, I would cast Dennis Miller because he could do it.
Yeah, do it.
He'd do it easily.
He strikes me as so much of a Strebeck, though.
He could be a Strebeck,
because he's kind of a wise guy. He's definitely a wise guy. So he could do that.
He could be either.
Who would you cast as Joe Friday?
Oh, let me see. I do.
I got a weird one.
Go ahead.
Leslie Jones.
Oh. Yeah.
To see her go totally flat.
Yeah.
And to stare down a criminal with no show of emotion whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a wonderfully frightening thought.
Yeah.
Because you know how much explosive energy she is repressing the whole time. I think it's a very, very, very funny idea.
Mm-hmm.
And a strong one, though. I think it'd be good in the book.
Yeah, I could. Who's the British actor that's in The Boys? Who played McCoy in the reboot? Yeah, he could do it with his clean shaven, short haircut look that he has for several movies.
Wow. And Carl Urban, if you had the Strebeck, if you wanted to have the Strebeck mix, Carl Urban and Bo Burnham.
Yep.
That's a funny combination.
Yep.
Criminally used performer. Maybe the most brilliant man in show business right now, I think. Intellectually.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Is there anything you guys want to add about the movie before we go?
Go see it. It was fun. Just go rent it, stream it, whatever.
What's next? Alan, I think it's your turn.
Yeah, it's Alan's
turn. Oh my God, it's my turn. Well, I talked about this before. If we can find Trading Places.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Another Aykroyd movie, but this will be like the third movie we've done since I've joined you guys that had Dan Aykroyd in it, I think. Because we did Dr. Detroit.
We did Blues Brothers.
That's right. So that's 4. This will be 4th. Yeah.
Isn't he in Band of Brothers? Am I off about that? Does he appear in Band of Brothers?
I don't know. I don't recall.
I don't know. He has those straight parts he takes now and then.
It's an enormous cast, so anything is possible. Yeah.
I think he was in Pearl Harbor, or yeah.
And of course, Driving Miss Daisy was one of his early straight.
I got the Academy Award nomination for that.
Yeah, yeah. And Gross Point Blank. It's sort of a straight role, but it's kind of black comedy. Yep. And what's the? Oh yeah, that's the terrible movie we talked about where he was in the old age makeup. Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, he played more than one part.
Yeah.
That is a movie I would love to see a documentary about. To find out what they were thinking and how it went and why. I know they had a tough time, imagine that, getting it released.
Yeah.
Aykroyd had to fight for his vision.
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, good on that level.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear what Aykroyd thinks about it now. Not rationalizing, but if he really still likes it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was one of John Candy's last movies.
Mm-hmm.
May have been his last movie.
Maybe.
Right up.
Let's see. Aykroyd was also in Spies Like Us, was he not?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's okay. Okay.
I think he was. That may be where he met Donna Dixon.
No.
No.
He met Dixon and Dr. Detroit.
Okay. That makes sense.
I just sent you guys Trading Places for free.
Cool. Awesome.
Great movie, by the way. That's a great
movie.
Yep.
God.
It's got a little old Hollywood and a lot of new Hollywood in it.
Yeah.
It does.
It's got who are the old guys? It's got
jeez, now I can't remember the names, of course.
not Ray Boston. It's who are they? There's one we get from Zimbalist, but isn't.
No.
Hugh Cronin.
No, that's Cocoon.
No, Hugh is in this one. He's one of the two brothers, I think.
No, he's not. He's I'll tell you who the brothers are right now. Don Amici and Ralph Bellamy.
Yeah.
Ralph Bellamy's the other one.
Yeah.
Denholm Elliott is in it.
Yeah.
And Jim Belushi, our friend, is in it.
Who?
Jim Belushi's in it.
Good.
Paul Gleason playing a jerk as usual.
Yeah. Love Paul Gleason.
Yeah, he's very good at those kind of roles.
I think he's in the Doc Savage movie. I think he played Rennie, he played Long Tom.
I have to go back and look. It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
3 years of Paris.
Al Franken, Franken and Davis are in the movie. That's enough.
That is the Saturday Night Live alum machine back when it really worked.
Yes, it did. It worked amazingly well during the 80s, because you also had the Chevy Chase movies that were good, the early
one of the best.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, guys. Link to Patrick McCray's Dark Shadows Book and Bound's going to be in the description box. Link to Alan Gallant's YouTube channel. Colin's Port After Dark will be in the description box. Tomorrow night we will be doing Trading Place. It's going to be really good. Jamie Lee Curtis is also in that movie.
Yes, she is, and she's lovely.
Yes, she is. You guys have a safe night.
Take care, guys. See you tomorrow night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.